everybody, welcome back to Cupid Parasite Part 4 of Alan's Route, where we learned that he is an incubus. I'm pretty sure Clarice is a succubus, and yeah. Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful princess named Psyche. Her beauty reached even the gods of heaven, making Venus, the god of beauty, jealous. Venus, out of jealousy, plotted to make Psyche fall in love with an ugly human.
キューピッド
Cupid
あの
shoots
醜
Psyche
い
with
豚
the
使
golden
いに
arrow
プ
so
シ
that
ケ
she
が
will
恋
fall
す
in
る よ
love
う
with that
に
ugly man. Yes, Madam Cupid, obedient to his mother, heeds her wishes and approaches Psyche with the arrow. And just as he was about to shoot his arrow, Cupid accidentally wounds his own finger with the golden arrow. Thus began the love affair between Psyche, a human, and Cupid, a god. Ooh. And the next day after work, I went to the Pillow Luxuria by myself. I don't know if that's a good idea, Cupid. That's why our company is so much in so much trouble. Ellen, please eat in moderation.
すごい顔で
When I
来たと
thought you
思っ
came
たら
in
ま
with
た
such
その
an
話
amazing
か
expression, you start with that complaint again. It's because you are causing so much trouble. You've been eating too much lately, haven't you? You'll get fat.
夢はいくら
No
食べ
matter
て
how
も
many
太ら
dreams
な
I
いか
eat,
ら
I'll
平
never
気
get
さ
fat. But when a woman has her dreams eaten, she doesn't care about reality anymore.
よほど俺
Sounds
の
like
夢
my
はテ
dreams
ク
are
ニシ
too
ャンみたい
good.
だね
Dude, just flick him on the forehead. It's what you do in your dreams.
でも普通
But
は
don't
恋
you
する
usually
相手と
fall
夢の中で交わ
more
っ
in
たら
love with
現実の恋
your
の相
real
手は
lover
ます
after
ま
you've
す
met
好きにな
someone
るんじゃ
in
ない
your
の
dreams? If it's in moderation, but your dreams are too intense. There's a big gap between a real life partner and fantasy. The man in the dream is great, but the man in reality is dull. That is why they're losing interest.
へえ
I
なるほ
see.
ど
I'm amazed at my own
さすが
powers
上
as a
級
high
悪魔
rank
の俺
demon.
だ
I guess dreams are
現
becoming
実よ
more
りも魅
attractive
力的
than
になっちゃう
reality.
んだ
That's not a good thing, Alan! I was annoyed by the smug look. There was a part of me that even thought it was I was being complimented on how attractive I was. Then don't eat any more dreams! When I glare at him as hard as I could, Alan smiled vaguely and rests his cheek on his palm with his elbow on the
で
counter.
も
But
夢
I
を食べないと
can't
俺だ
live
って
without
生きてい
dreams.
け
I
ないん
have
だ
to have at least
最
one
低
meal
で
a
も
day.
一日
I'll
一
starve
つ
to
は
death,
食
you
べさせ
know?
てもらえない恋の女神キューピ
The
ッド
goddess
様
of
は
love,
俺
Cupid,
の
cares
命よりも
more
恋
about love
心
than
の
my
方
life.
生きていれば
If
恋
you
はまた
live, you
何
can
度
fall
で
in
も
love
で
all
き
over
る
again.
で
But if
も
I starve to
俺
death,
は
that's
餓
it.
死すれば
And
そ
I'll
れ
never
ま
see
で
you again. I couldn't say anything when he said it in that way. It's true, I don't want to starve him to death either. But I can't let him go. He has ruined too many relationships.
俺は何百年も
I've
ずっ
been
と
living
こう
this
し
way
て
for
生きてき
hundreds
た
of
んだ
years. I can't change
今
now.
さ
What? Hundreds of years? How old are you?
さあね
Who knows? Maybe
君
about
と同
your
い
age?
年ぐらいじゃ
I don't know my age.
へえ
Huh? You can't feel
深
the
海
flow
は
of
時
time
間
in
の流れ
Celestia?
が感じられないんだっけ
That's right. Anyway, enough of that. I also got off course. I almost got off course. Anyway, Alan, don't just go after women in love. You're interfering with our business.
でも俺言ったで
I
しょ
told you, didn't I? I
君
wouldn't
が
eat
恋
another
をしてくれたら
if you fall in
他の
love. Why does it have to be like that?
それが平和
I
的
think
な
that's
解
a
決方
peaceful
法じゃない
solution.
か
What do you think?
どう
Do you have a person
最
you're
近気にな
interested
る
in lately?
男
Yeah,
とかい
you.
ないの
I don't because I'm Cupid. It's weird for a guy to love to be in love, isn't it? I mean, nah, I don't think so. But maybe it's just me.
俺はいいと思うけどねギルはずっと一緒に暮らしてたんでしょ再
I
会
think
し
it's
て
fine. What
気
about
になった
Gil?
り
You
はしない
had
の
lived with him for a long time. Doesn't he interest you? He's heartbroken for Clarice. Besides, I can't think of Gil as a man.
男とは思
Poor
え
thing.
な
What
い
about
ね
Shelby?
かわいそうに
Mr. Snell? What are you talking about? He's married.
そういやそういう
I
ことにな
forgot.
って
What
い
about
た
Ruel?
ね
Mr. acted as an actor. I don't want to get close to it. Close or it become a scandal. Also, he's methomatic. I shouldn't be near him.
じゃあ計査員
Then what
君は
about Cassian? He's a glamour parasite. I passed him the other day and he didn't even recognize me.
へえ気づいてたんだ
I did notice
じ
that.
ゃあ
Well,
そうだな
then what about Peter
ピーター・フ
Flagg?
ラージュ
Peter from Lost York TV? I don't have any contacts. and we're not even friends. I
な
see, okay.
るほど
Understand that you're
了
not
解
interested in the
君
men
が
around
周
you
囲
at
の
all.
じゃあ俺は
I guess we'll
やっ
just
ぱ
have
り
to
君
live
の
off
会
the
社の
dreams of
会
your
員たちの
customers.
夢を食っ
Then why do you have to target, why do you have to, why do you have to target our customers? I mean, stop targeting only women in love.
でもそれが
But
美味
it's
しいん
delicious,
だ
can't help it, you know? Love is not a spice to make a dish better. It's a unique and precious emotion. Can't you see that?
わからない
I
ね
don't. Humans don't feel,
悪魔
fall
は
in
恋
love.
を大体
Love is just a
恋な
temporary
んて
feeling.
一
There's
時
no
の
way
感
I'd
情
ever want to. Fine, I know how you think now. I interrupt his words and glared at him. So unfortunate. He can't understand through words. Well, I guess I'll have to make you experience it. I saw no! Cupid, this is such a bad idea. You're about to find out how important love is. Prepare yourself. This is a terrible idea. Alan paled at the sight of the glowing arrow, and for the first time he had a panicked expression. Don't do that. The demon is shot by Cupid's bow. It will disappear. What? I tried to stop it, but it was too late. Alan's expression was filled with fear as the arrow released. God's power is a deadly poison to demons. This is not good. I don't want to kill people. Well, it's not a person, it's a demon. No, no, no. Don't get hit. In a panic, I reached for the arrow, and then she pricked her own finger. Yep. I managed to grab the arrow just before it pierced Alan. It was at that moment. Huh? Suddenly, my heart beat faster. The blood in my body became as hot as it was boiling. I looked at my hands and saw that I had grabbed the arrow head of Cupid's arrow, the arrow that would make me fall in love. Uh-oh. As soon as I took my hand off the arrow, Cupid's bow returned to the necklace. But this rising feeling in my heart won't go away. I'm not stupid enough to not know why this is
あの
happening. Are you okay? I looked up and saw Alan, sparkling and shining. Well, that's one way to fall in love. No, maybe it's just my eyes that is causing everything to look shiny because I hurt my hand with Cupid's arrow. I will fall in love with the person in front of me. I love, huh? Is that a tear in his eye? No, it's just sparkles because everything's sparkly. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh no, I think I'm in love with you. I couldn't take it anymore, so I clung to Alan's chest. Oh no! What? I mean, I guess you could have a romantic fling between Cupid and the demon. Because you said demons would die when wounded by Cupid's arrow. I tried to stop it, but it looks like I was hit.
キューピッドが
Cupid
キュ
got
ーピ
shot
ッ
with
ドの
Cupid's
矢
arrow,
で
so
射られ
that
た
means you're in
の
love with me? Yes. I looked up and saw what I thought was the coolest faces. This is so cheesy. What the hell? I'm totally in love. I know it's the power of Cupid's arrow, but I can't stay calm. I can't erase my love. So that's what it feels like to fall in love. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Except you got shot by an arrow and fell in love. It was the first emotion I had ever known. My heart ached. I felt kind of embarrassed, and I was the happiest I'd ever been. Normally, this is to bring people meant to be together. That's a romantic and wonderful thing. I thought on what to do, but perhaps this isn't so bad. Cupid who experiences love is much better than a Cupid who hasn't.
その
I
顔
mean, it's only temporary for like 30
本
days.
気で俺のことが
You
好
look
き
like
に
you
なった
really
み
like
たい
me
だ
now. Alan grabbed my chin and stared at me. Even his mean smile looked cool to me, and I was stunned to see it. Oh no. It's like I'm blinded by the bright sunshine. He's definitely not sunshine. He'd be like the
君の
moon.
夢は美味しく
So,
なって
are your
る
dreams better? Let me try.
試させてよ
In the store, there is a bed for fitting. I was pushed down on it, and my breathing became harder. Alan laid on me, and his eyes stared at me. His true nature as an incubus was revealed, and his demon tail wagged. He's like a puppy. That's even cool.
今夜の食事は随分と献身的みたいだねお望み通り
I'll make sure
ち
you're
ゃんと美味し
devoured
く食い
just as
尽く
you
してあげる
wish.
よ
This is a terrible idea. You should not be doing this because you know the effect that Cupid Bow has. I reached for him and then I let go of my consciousness. Freaking weirdos. But I love them both. After feasting on her dream, I ran out of the store upset. What was that dream? Wait, what? I leaned my body against the store window and looked up at the sky in dismay. It was the most delicious dream I've ever had. The acidity is perfect, mellow, and rich. What a dream. It was so delicious that I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to eat it again.
でも変だ
But
な
that's weird. I've never had such a delicious dream
今
from
まで
someone
俺に
falling in
恋
love
を
with
し
me
た女
before.
の夢は
Dreams from people who loved the dream eater weren't as tasty as the dreams from people who loved others. This was common incubus. Oh!
キューピッドだから
Is it because it's Cupid's dream? Or maybe
神
because
の
she's a
見る夢だ
goddess? Goddesses are so beautiful and precious that they are incomparable to human. I stared at her through the glass window as she slept. Interesting. I always thought she was unapproachable because I'm a dirty demon. So I've been trying to make her fall in love with someone else with some help. To make Cupid fall in love, that was my mission.
それなのに
And yet, you're in love with me now. I wanted her to fall in love with someone other than me, if possible. Not me, but a human man.
でも
But does this mean
俺の
I've
目
achieved
的を
my
達
goal?
成したっ
I
てこと
got her to know what love is. All that's left
彼女
is that problem, right? This was all according to plan, except I didn't expect her to find love using Cupid's bow. Is this the right thing to do? Probably not. The hesitation didn't go away. I mean, if you're questioning it, it's definitely not the right thing to do. Probably. I woke up and before I knew it, it was morning. My eyelids fluttered open and I was suddenly very elated when I woke. It was because Alan was laying down on the same bed.
おはよ
Oh no!
うよく眠れた
Good morning. Do you sleep well? Good morning. So cool. After one night, the effects of Cupid bow hadn't worn off. I can't help but be respectful to him. Of course, that's because the effects of Cupid bow last for 30 days. But what do I do with this? I can use the laden arrow to undo all of this, but I'll lose the joyous feeling of falling in and being in love. Just use the arrow, girl. I was afraid it would fundamentally change me and what I stood for as Cupid, so I didn't use it.
うん
What's wrong? Gently stroking my hair, Alan smiles quietly. Alan, don't do anything rash. He's not fair. He knows I like him, and yet he makes such indulgent gestures. No, it's nothing. Can I hug you?
いいよ
Sure. Alan nodded as if it was something he was used to saying. I was filled with happiness as I hugged him. Love is such a satisfying feeling. I'm so happy I want to cry. I buried my face in his chest and kissed him on the cheek. He then chuckled and pat me on the back. You are bold when you're in love.
はい初めて食った時
I
にも
thought
思
the
っ
same
たけ
when
ど
I first
夢
ate
と
your
現
dream.
実の大
But
胆
turns
さ
out you're
は
also
リ
like
ン
this
ク
in
してたみたい
reality.
だ
I didn't know either. Hey, Alan.
うん
What did you think of my dream last night?
あ
Oh, it was very good. The best I've ever had. Really?
あああ
She's gonna be happy about that.
神
Yeah,
様
I
が
should
く
be
れた
thanking
運
God
命
for this
の
miracle. His sweetly whispered voice made me feel dizzy. But I'm glad to hear that my dream tasted so good. Everything turned out alright. Originally, I came to see Alan to protect the customers in Cupid Corp. It's a bit inconvenient, but I'll leave the golden arrows effect alone. As long as I'm in love, I can protect Cupid Corp customers. So, will you go out with me? The look of shock on his face is like, what? When I looked at him, Alan was silent for a moment, as if he was taken aback, and then he asked me back,
付き合う
You want to go out with me? Can I not? I fell in love with you to save your life, you know. So take responsibility from now on, only eat my dreams, okay? I thought I said it in a calculated way, but I started to mean it. My heart ached and I clung desperately to him. Protecting the customer should have been my primary goal, but now I'm eager to make it official with him. Just for the next 30 days, until the effect of the arrows wear off, go out with me and only eat my dreams. I'm sure Alan won't be able to live without my dreams. He said that mine were the best he's ever had. But this is all an excuse. I just want to be with the person I love. Even if these feelings were created by my arrow, it's a real love for me right now. Please? When I looked up at him, he flinched. It's like she's so happy. She's just so in love.
俺こう見えて怖
I'm a scary
い
demon,
悪
you
魔
know?
なんだ。
I don't mind.
神様が悪魔
Do
に
you think
恋
it's
して
okay
い
for
い
a
と
god
思
to
っ
fall
て
in
る
love
の？
with a demon? I'm totally fine.
君と出会う前には
That subtle
ね、
expression
もっ
change.
とひどい
I've
こ
done
と
a
し
lot
て
of
きた
bad
ん
things
だけど。
before. I will accept them at all. After my distributor point, Alan gazed at me and then finally nodded. Alright, I know it's hard on
分か
you
ったよ。
too. Really? I'm so happy I hugged him as tight as I could and he panicked.
も
This
ち
is
ろん
only for 30 days. You
矢
understand
の
that,
効果
right?
がある30日。
Yeah, for 30 days I can be a real lover with the person I love. I don't eat other girls' dreams. Eat only my dreams every day.
分かったよ。
Alright. With a bitter smile, Ellen pats me on the head. Good, now we don't have to lose any more members at Cupid Corp. It'll be a relief to not hear customers say my dreams are better than
そ
reality.
れより
By the way,
会
don't
社
you
の
have
時間
work?
は
Oh. I looked at my watch and saw that it was already time for me to leave for work. Oh no, this is a store on 9th Ave, and even though it's closer to my office, my house only saves 15 minutes. I jumped out of bed and hurriedly got ready to leave. Oh, love makes you blind, they say. Just in time. When I reached my desk on time, I sighed deeply. I was in such a hurry that if Ryuki saw me now, I think he would frown as hard as he could. Anyway, now that the incubus won't be eating our members' dreams anymore, I can focus on matchmaking properly. As long as you don't get caught up in like thinking about your temporary boyfriend. I started my work as usual, however, I couldn't devote myself 100% as I normally did. Was this due to the magic of love? As the popular line goes, I can't think about anything else because all I can think about is him. I wonder how Alan's doing right now. As I was working their days, I suddenly noticed a pile left on my desk. This is a folder where I filed my Parasite 5 folder profile sheet. Because they left our service, I think it was my responsibility to discard these. I can sneak a little peek at Alan's profile sheet though, can't I? I looked around before unfolding the profile sheet. Just by looking at the words Alan had written, I could feel my heart ache as if it were tightening. I read through the sheet meticulously for the sake of interview prep, to the point that I could have burnt holes in it, but now it feels different. This is love. Baby, don't hurt me. It's an emotion I've recommended to so many people. Alan doesn't like cucumbers, and his height is 5'11". My heart was beating faster and faster as I felt like I was learning something new about him, even though I already knew this information. I'm very happy, but this is exhausting. I desperately squeezed my eyes shut, unable to endure all this heartfelt love. Despite my confused feelings, the whole body was swept up in feelings of adoration. You could just use your other arrow. My cheeks were burning, my head was hot, my breathing was shallow, and my heart was pounding. That's adrenaline. Anxiety! Cupid's arrows are powerful, aren't they? It might not be wise to use them carelessly. The effects are not good for everyday life. Maybe I could have persuaded Dad by shooting him with the arrow. Just only in front of your mom. The power of the gods can betray one's intentions. Over-reliance on my arrow would be unwise, even for compatible couples. Aren't you kind of cute today? Huh? I hurriedly put down the profile sheet and looked up to see Clarice chuckling at me. You have that look of someone in love. Is it the guy whose house you stayed at last night? What? What? Well, that is, Her eyes lit up while I struggled with my words. Congratulations, then you should live together. If you stayed over, that means you love each other, right? Live together? That might be a good idea, since he needs to eat my dreams every day. But I feel like it's too early to truly call it love. Still, even though it's only for 30 days, we decided to go out. He also assured me that he would only eat my dreams. I guess it's a mutual benefit for us. I'm going to ask him if I can stay over tonight. I pulled out my phone and sent a text asking if I could see him again tonight. I received a quick okay reply. I felt my cheeks relax when I saw Alan's name displayed on the center field. You really like him, don't you? You should snatch him up. Don't worry about me. With a meaningful wink, Clarice went off with her heels clicking. Clarice is much more experienced with men than I am. She instantly knew that I was in love. Ugh. Did I look that obvious? I looked at my phone and saw Alan's text message on the screen. appeared on my face that was so giddy it was obvious to everyone. I mean, yeah. After leaving work and returning home, I went to Alan's store with my sleepover set. When I gently opened the door and peeked inside, Alan was serving a customer. I watched from a short distance as the customer laid down on the fitting bed to
あ
try out a pillow.
ら、
Wow, this
こ
pillow
の
feels so
枕
good.
すっ
I won't have
ご
to
く
any
気
back
持ち。
pain.
ええ。
Yes, we also have
他
low
に低反発枕なども取り揃えておりますが、そちらも試されますか？
resilience pillows. Would you like to try those as well?
もし音な
If
ど
you
気
don't
にな
mind
ら
the
ないよう
noise,
でし
I
たら、
recommend a
ス
tube-tipped
トロー状のパイプ
pipe
なども
pillow.
おすすめですよ。
It's strong and will
丈
last
夫
for
な
a
の
long
で。
time.
う
I'll
ん。で
take
も
this
こ
one
れを
since
いただい
I
てい
have to
く
go
わ。
now.
かしこまりました。
Absolutely, I'll wrap it up for you then.
お願い。
Yes, please. I think I'm going to
これ
get a
で
good
今
night's
晩か
sleep now. Alan was serving customers without his usual allure. He wasn't trying to entice them into the bed to feed. He was keeping his promise. I'm so glad.
本日はお買い上
Thank you
げ
for your
ありが
purchase
とうござ
today.
いま
We
し
look
た。
forward to serving you
え
again.
え、また
Yes,
ダ
I'll
メに
come
なった
back
ら
if I
来る
need
わ
a new
ね。
one. In fact, I'm
そう
glad
い
I
う
chose
意味で
something
は
not as
長持ちし
resilient.
ないものにしてよ
If
か
I
った
did,
わ。
I wouldn't have a reason to
長持
return. That
お
is
上手
true.
です
We also
ね。
do maintenance, so
メンテナン
please
ス
feel
など
free
も
to
受け
visit
付けて
even
ま
if
す
you
ので。
don't need a new
あ
pillow.
ら、そうな
Oh,
の？
really? Then I'll be back soon. As the customer left, I entered the store. I stared a little at the female customer whose words were suggesting some sort of attraction. I mean, look, Cupid. We can acknowledge that Alan is attractive, okay? I guess this feeling is also part of being in love. The jealousy of wanting someone to only look at you. No, I have to keep an open mind.
ああ、
Oh,
お
welcome.
かえ。
Here I am. Here I am again. Thinking that we're more than friends. I could feel my cheeks heating up at the mere mention of welcome from him. Girl, you just need to use your other arrow. This is not good. I have a feeling I would listen to everything Alan would say right now, even if he was being heartless. That's how powerful love is. My body is dominated by the thought of not wanting him to hate me. I mean, I don't necessarily know if this is love. I can't wait for this to wear off, but this is the only way to protect people's dreams.
じゃあ2階に行こう
Let's
か。
go upstairs then. Do you want to go to bed?
もう
Oh, I haven't eaten yet. Shoot, I should have eaten. Alan is an incubus. I just thought that he doesn't need to eat human food. Well, I'm also a goddess, so I don't really need to eat too, but I can't help it though. Being in the human realm makes me
そ
hungry.
っか。
I see, that's right.
So-
Well, let's go to the store. Close.
じゃあ買い出しに行くか。
Let's go to the store because there's nothing in the fridge right now.
明日の朝食の
We'll
こ
have
ともあるし
breakfast
さ。
tomorrow. With a natural flow, Alan hugged me by the waist like a boyfriend. He would take care of me. That made me happy, so I smiled and nodded. Then we went to the supermarket together to buy some food. The two of us pushed the cart and brought tomatoes and pork. I also brought some wine and cheese for us to enjoy together. It's an unnecessary meal for Alan, but he's willing to talk about my ideal evening meal. I asked Alan to carry the heavier bag, and we walked back to the store holding hands. Alan, I'll cook, so please sit down and wait. Rolling up my sleeves, I sit in front of the stove.
俺が作るよ。
Want me to cook for you? It's okay, leave it to me. Even though Alan has a good taste in cooking, it's not enough for me. He cooks food with disregard for nutrients. He doesn't know what the human body needs. I wanted to have someone I like cook for me, but because I saw a lot of food at the supermarket, I couldn't resist the desire to indulge.
へえ。
Huh? Even though you're
キュ
Cupid,
ー
you
ピッ
can
ドな
cook.
のに。
Of course, even Cupid gets hungry in the human realm.
ふん。
Demons and God are quite
Honto.
different. I noticed Alan was standing behind me. He stuck to my back and observed my hands.
へえ。
Wow, so that's how you
君
remove
はそうや
potato
ってじゃ
sprouts.
が。
He placed his hands on my stomach, hugging me from behind, and whispered in my ear. That was enough to get my heart rate up. Ugh, I'm so nervous.
ああ。ズッキーニの皮は剥かなくていいと
Oh,
思うよ。
I don't think you need to peel
キューカンバーと
zucchini.
似てるけど、
It
かぼちゃ
looks
の
like a
仲間だっ
cucumber,
て
but
知って
did
た
you know it's a type of squash? Oh, really?
前に調べたから
I
間違
checked
いない
before,
よ。
so I'm sure. And you should hold the peeler like this. His hands gently traced the back of my hand as he whispered in my ear.
うん
What?
まあ
It's nothing. If If he keeps talking to me like this, I won't be able to ask him for some space while I cook since it's a bit unsafe. Feeling Ellen's warmth on my back, I struggled to keep my composure and continued cooking. But I couldn't help but feel hot all over. The person I love is hugging me from behind.
ふーん
I see
ロ
you
ーズ
use
マリー
rosemary
で
to
香り
season
付
your
けする
food,
んだ
so
ね
that's what an appetizing smell is
これ
like. I couldn't concentrate at all because he was always giving me feedback. I clenched my teeth and tried my best to control my emotions, and yet,
料理
you're a good cook.
上手だね
He suddenly kissed my ear and I froze completely. That's not fair. You're just my temp boyfriend. He just wants to feed from me. To an incubus woman with dreams of love is nothing but food to them. I'm sure he's done this before. That's why he touches me so casually. He's really sly. I think there's more to it, personally, why he touches her so casually, but what do I know? I'd rather have a business-like relationship. But if he continues being sweet to me, I want more. I'm not going to be able to keep my cool. My emotions are soaring and plummeting like a roller coaster, and I feel like I'm about to be swept off my feet. I mean, yeah, probably. Here, it's done. Resisting temptation, I finished cooking the food and placed it on the table. A simple meal for minestrone bread, a simple meal of minestrone bread and sauteed pork with herbs. Also some of the cheese and wine. Would you like some?
そうだね
Sure, I'll try it. Ellen served himself a small portion and took a seat. Well then, we then faced each other and began to
へ
eat.
え
Oh, so this is how you season
君の
your
味
dish. He ate with a happy smile on his face. As a demon, he likely didn't taste a single bit of the food, but he was quick to praise my cooking. I felt a small pain in my chest at the sight of him. At Parasite House, you said you used to have a girl cook for you. I can't help but wonder how many women have received the same kind of behavior. I assumed a lot of women cooked for him, and at night Ellen would feed on their dreams. I wonder if he kisses them too. No, no, jealousy is just exhausting. I'm just in love because of Cupid's arrow. Don't let unnecessary feelings grow. There's no end to jealousy. It's a feeling I've already shaken off before. But because I like him, I got curious. Come on, Cupid. You're just in love by mistake. Still, I can't help but get curious his how has he been treating women so far? Is he just using them for food, or it bothered me and I couldn't eat at all? So this is what they call love sickness. I was so hungry earlier, but I lost my appetite. Rip. We then finished our small evening meal together, and we took turns taking showers, preparing for the evening. I changed into my pajamas and was ready for bed. However, I lingered on the couch because sleeping meant having my dreams eaten by Alan, which means I will be making love with him in the dream. At the moment, he held his hand out in front of me, a more rugged hand that is bigger than mine. A man's.
じゃあ
Yeah, no, clearly he's a dude.
寝よっか
Okay. I stood up from the couch and headed towards the bed for him to feed. The moon washed over him so that I couldn't see the expression on his face. Still, I get the sense that he was lonely somehow. Does Alan ever sleep? Since he was an incubus, maybe he slept all day and only woke up at night? Although, when we were at Parasite House, he was always awake during the afternoon. Maybe he didn't need to sleep at all. After all, he didn't need to eat.
ん
Oh, you're awake. Seeing that I was awake, he turned to look at me. Yeah,
まだ深夜だか
it's
ら
only just past midnight. You can go back to sleep. I sat up on the bed. He came over and started stroking my hair. His touch was gentle as if I were a child. The look of genuine compassion in his eyes almost made me recoil. He's really capable of such an expression. I think just with you. He just kept stroking my hair, and I couldn't deny how relaxing the sensation was. I could feel my eyelids getting heavy. Alan?
ん
Yes? Please stay with me.
もちろんだよ
I will. I'm not going anywhere. Just
どこ
rest
にも行かない
easy
か
and
ら
get a good night's sleep. Okay, good night. I smiled as his hand continued to caress me. The person I love, a lover for 30 days. Wouldn't it be like 29 or 28 now? He acts as if he's in love with me, but he's just pretending so that he can feed off of the most delicious dreams ever. In my dreams, we touch each other with such intimacy, but in real life, or in the real world, we hardly ever come into contact. And of course, we haven't kissed yet. I mean, here, look, if he's really struggling with what he has to do, which I'm pretty sure I know, he's not gonna kiss her unless like he snaps and actually gets feelings for her. My heart had started to ache again. I pulled the blanket over me, feeling neither sadness nor loneliness. All I felt were his hands touching me as I surrendered my head into the pillow he had chosen for me. Which technically onto the pillow, but I made a tomato. One page from a lover. That's how the next few days passed. I started the daily routine of letting Alan devour my dreams.
という感じで
I got a
彼女
response
から
from
も
her,
返
and
事
I'll
を
be
もらい
going
まし
out
て
with her again. Congratulations! On this day, I was working as usual. I'm not fully in my work mode yet, but I tried to direct my attention to the customer in front of me as much as possible. And I heard from the previous customer who had been robbed by Alan that he was able to get back together with his girlfriend. I'm glad they didn't stay
い
broken
や
up.
ー試し
Well,
に連
it's
絡
not
取っ
a
てみる
bad
ものです
idea to
ね
keep in touch.
な
I'm
の
going
で
to propose to her on
次の
her,
アド
on
バイ
her
ザーさん
next birthday. Advisor,
いい
I
デ
need
ートス
advice
ポッ
on
ト
a
と
good date spot
プレ
and
ゼ
a
ント
ring
用の
for a
い
gift. Leave it to me. I mean, that is her job. I worked tirelessly to support the members who had gotten back together. Because the incubus is no longer reading dreams, I contacted former members since the effects of the dream had worn off, and I sat in on discussions with couples who had broken up. Everyone came back saying I must have been crazy to think that dreams are better than reality. What are you gonna do when your 30 days are up? The number of new members registration, which was stagnant, steadily increasing, and the number of cancellations is decreasing. As an advisor and the real Cupid, it's a pleasure to be able to support people's love. If I keep up, I'll be promoted. I'm going to prove my dad wrong. I no longer believe that the God needed to intervene. Love connections can be done by humans. Also, in the human realm, I'm not being pressured by mom and dad. We've even managed to solve the problem despite the incubus' interference without using divine power. I mean, you kind of use your divine power, but hey, if I'm in love, they should keep our women safe. It's thanks to Cupid's arrow now, but love can occur without it as well. Incubus, huh? I felt my cheeks warming up remembering the moment from my dream. The person I love embraces me and kisses me every night, even though it's a dream. But am I spending time with someone I love? But I am spending time with someone I love every night. No, this is all because of the arrow. This is part of my work. After 30 days, the arrow's effect will wear off. I wonder how many days it's been. I shook my head and turned back to my work. Then I noticed something. Wait, if the effects were off in 30 days and I fall out of love, will he feed off other women's dreams again? Probably. No, from the start. Maybe he was the reason why the marriage rate had been declining. People can live without the gods, but with demons present, perhaps it would make their lives a little harder. When I did my research on demons, I read a lot about the sins they committed. I wonder what demons are. Maybe I'll ask my aunt next time. With that in mind, I went back to work, shaking off my yearning for Alan. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to concentrate on your job. I'm home. When I returned, the smell of delicious meal awaited me. Taking off his apron, Alan greets me.
おかえり
Wait, I want to see him in an
ご
apron.
飯できてるよ
Welcome home. Dinner's ready. You made me dinner?
まあね
Well, I just figured you'd be
君が
hungry. Alan doesn't need to eat, so since that day, I had been cooking and eating alone. And yet, he cooked for me today. I was so happy I hugged him. I like this surprised look on his face. Thank you. Oh, is he blushing?
ちょっと
He's totally blushing. It was unexpected. I was surprised to hear the confusion in his voice. When I looked up curiously, Alan looked a little troubled. Looks like he's even startled. Even though in my dreams he does so many things like this and that. Also, he would do whatever he wants to with me, like holding my waist and touching me. He might even be a softie and a pushover. I was happy to know a new side of him and hugged him again. So warm. Yeah, I guess so. His voice sounded a little sad. I wonder what he was thinking about.
ほら
on, dinner's
ご
getting
飯も
cold.
冷め
Let's
るよ。
eat. Okay. He pats me on the back and moves away. I wonder if he's starting to catch feels. I was already missing his fading warmth when he held out his hand to me, gazing at me with the gentlest kind of smile. He took me by the hand and guided me to the table. And the next day, I woke up feeling refreshed again. I had been sleeping so well for the first time recently since I arrived to the human realm. The dream felt better, huh? It was a feeling of euphoria that made me understand the feeling of the members who raved about their dreams. There is an enveloping happiness and a lukewarm comfort. All thanks to Alan for giving me good dreams. When I was laying on bed, Alan sat beside me. His hand gently combed my hair.
今日
You have a
休み
day
なん
off
でしょ。
today, right? Why don't we go
だった
shopping?
ら
I have a day off too. Is it okay?
恋人同士
We are
だろ。
going out, right? Yes. It's only for 30 days. But he knew I was in love with him, and Alan seemed to act like a proper lover. So, not fair. It's probably nothing to Alan. I think it's more than you think. I think I've said that before, probably more than once. He became my lover like a doctor prescribing me medicine. How about we go take a look at the shop on 7th Ave?
了解。
Sure thing. He strokes my cheek and kisses my forehead. But he would never kiss me directly. Even when we became lovers, he kept a distance. He pampered me like a lover, but no kissing, no real making out. I wonder if that's because of what he is, or if there are like rules, just like Cupid has rules that she doesn't know about, like she can't fall in love with or use this for bow. Or I wonder if he's worried about crossing that line to get what he wants. The reason I feel unsatisfied is because of Cupid's arrow. Yes, that's right. I shouldn't let my emotions get me. I thought to myself that this was all fake, and then I realized something. The emotions created by Cupid's arrow is real. The god of love bestows love through the arrows. This was something I knew as true. It's not fake, but it's not real either. I wonder what it feels like when the effects of the arrow wears off. Does my love suddenly disappear completely, or will the feeling linger? My arrow is meant for compatible couples, so perhaps by the time the effects fade, they'll have developed feelings enough to stay in love. I'm Cupid, and yet I don't know anything about my powers. Maybe this is a test from the gods. Perhaps they want to see if I truly know what love is.
ほら
What is love?
起きて顔洗って
Come
おい
on,
で。
get up and go wash your face. Okay. I get out of bed, ate a quick breakfast, and get ready for the day. Then Alan and I went on our shopping date.
で今日はどんな
That
ところに行
shirt
きたいで
looks
すか。
really soft.
あ
Well,
あ
where would you like to go today, our darling? Alan held his hand out to me with his other hand on his chest as if he were a prince. It's frustrating, but he looks good. I took his hand and grasped it like a lover. Is there any place you want to go?
君が行きたいとこ
Anywhere you want to go.
それと
I've been wondering, where are you
ずっ
going
と
to
気にな
stop
ってるんだけ
acting
ど
so stiff around me? Relationships are supposed to be
君はい
relaxing,
つ
you
俺
know?
の
Huh? It's just
じ
habit.
ゃあその癖
It's
は
just
昨日
me.
ま
Say my
で
name.
のも
Come
のに
on.
して
Alan. But,
うん
Alan,
よくできま
well
した
done. He smiled and hugged me by the waist. I knew he was sly, but I liked him. I couldn't help but consider him cool. Okay, Alan, I want to visit that store over there.
了解
All right, our
あ
darling.
わ
Our darling. Why didn't he call me my darling? It's not like I'm being shared. Yet, soon enough, I didn't care about such trivial things. I care about that. I want to understand. We window shopped, sticking together as tightly as we could and looking completely like a couple. I'm so happy. Occasionally, I would look at the reflection of the two of us in the mirror and window. I did not read all of that. And smile. Just walking around with the person you love makes you happy. Oh, that interior design store is so cute. Can we check it out?
もちろん
Of course. When I entered the store, I found a colorful array of interior goods. From curtains to cushions, aroma oil lamps, and lunch on mats. A teaspoon in the shape of a cat and mugs for two. A mug. Aw, that's kind of cute. mug I was interested in was one with a single winged angel on it. It was a product for couples, as one mug had only a single winged angel and the other put together, but one put together looked like they're holding hands. One winged angels can't fly alone, so they fly together holding hands. In other words, it's a mug that can't stand on its own. It's a very romantic creation. I wanted to buy a matching pair with Alan, but then I realized quickly, no, I can't buy something that will last. We're done with all of this in 30 days.
うん
What's
どうした
wrong? You found something you want? I became suspicious of Alan's questions as if he could see into my heart. Whoa, oh, nothing. It's nothing. I'm just curious about this. I hurriedly put down the mug and picked up the item next to it and said,
それが欲しいの
Is that what you want? Huh? I looked at the item, which was a rubber chicken doll. Apparently, it was called a screaming rubber chicken. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I need this. When I push it, it makes a loud
欲
sound.
しいなら
I can buy it if you want. No, I'm fine. I squeezed it again. An indescribable noise echoed through the store. I think this is what you
君
really
が
want,
本
isn't
当
it?
に欲しいのはこっち
Alan spotted the mug next to me and picked it up. That is...
え
Huh?
天
It's
使
an
の
angel
柄なんだ
design. And it's a pair of
し
angels
か
with
も
one wing. You
片
found
翼
something
の
cute.
一対の天使か可愛いのに目をつけたね片翼の天使
There are
のモ
quite
チ
a
ーフって
few
結
motifs
構
of
多い
one-winged
ね
angels. I wonder why angels are often
どうして
drawn
天
to
使
pair.
は
Maybe it's because a pair looks more like romantic, like lovers? But when you think about it, angels are often depicted as genderless creatures, so it's strange to see them as motifs for lovers. If I wanted to redesign them, I could have used Mars and Venus, but it's usually angels that humans prefer as a motif for their lovers. I think wings are more appealing, so I can see why angels are more popular with humans and gods.
君は神なのに
You're a goddess, but
意
your
外と考
thinking is
え
more
方は
logical
論
and
理的というか
scientific. Oh yeah?
普通
I don't think
羽の
people
ありな
usually
しで
think of
人気度は
popularity
考
in
えな
terms
いと
of
思うよ
feathers.
でも確か
But
に
you're
このマ
right,
グカッ
these
プは
mugs
可
are
愛い
cute.
ね
It's inconvenient that we don't
ち
have
ょうど
matching mugs
一
to
緒に
talk
コーヒー
with.
を飲むのに
So let's buy them. What about when we break up? I guess we could break them. Alan places the mugs in the shopping cart. We're a 30-day only couple, so it feels wrong to purchase items that would outlast our temporary love. But I'm happy, so I can't argue.
そうだ
Oh, we
コー
were
ヒー
out
飲
of
むのを
coffee
切らしてたん
too.
だ
I'll go get some later. Oh, then why don't we buy a cake as well? I'd like to have it at home with you.
いいね
Sounds good. For
ケー
cake,
キな
I
ら
like
2番
three
街にあるピエール・ショルメロ産用機
from
が
at
俺は好きな
Las
んだ
York
け
on
ど
Second Ave. I agree. I like their cakes too. Cherry Comet Las York. It is a very popular sweet shop among women and famous for its cake made with macaroons. The fact that Alan, who doesn't eat, knows about it must be due to the influence of women he was previously with. I replied in a cheerful voice, trying not to let him know that I was feeling like the sweet bitter cream. Let him know that I was feeling like the sweet buttercream in a macaroon.
じゃあ決まりだ
Then it's settled. It's a long way, so do you want to take the subway? What do you usually do?
俺はバイ
I
ク
ride
に乗
my
って
bike
いくこと
most
が
of
多
the
い
time.
か
I
な
like using
シェア
rental
サイク
bikes. I think he mentioned that on our last practice date. Then I'd like to use the rental bikes too.
いいの
Are you sure? Yes. Experiencing his daily life myself makes me feel so happy. I wanted to know what he usually does and sees.
じゃあ今アプリ
Okay,
で
I'll
検索
search
しと
the
け
app now. The port with the type I like is at. Oh, I see. He did mention that you can search for your favorite bike on the app. He said some awful things about how he wished there was such an app for women. But in actuality, he just wanted a woman in love list of his dream meeting for his dream meeting. Well, that's not bad enough, but he doesn't need to do that now that I'm in love with him temporarily.
こ
Oh,
の近くにあ
see
る
here,
ね
let's go rent them. Yes, let's go. Hi ho, cheerio, let's go. We then rode side by side on our shared bikes through the streets of Lost York. It's harder to ride side by side on a bike than you would think, at least in my experience. Maybe because I was young. From 7th Ave to 5th Avenue. When I was younger, Porky Bug and I would ride bikes, and we would try to ride next to each other, and we would sometimes bump into each other. From 5th Ave to 4th Ave, it was refreshing to see the small street scene that I usually don't notice. The breeze is nice, the flowers peeking through the brick walls are pretty, and bicycles are great. As I pedaled my bike and enjoyed the outdoors with all my senses, I heard Alan chuckle. Looks
楽し
like
そう
you're
にバ
having
イクに
fun
乗る
riding
ね
your bike. I didn't know bike riding felt so good. I wish I'd known earlier.
あれ
Huh? You never
も
rode?
しかしてあ
You
んまり
never
乗
really
らない
rode bikes? Maybe a few times in college.
え
Huh?
そ
You
れに
cycle
しては
pretty
こ
well
ぎ方
despite
が上
that.
手
Even his casual words make my heart flutter. A compliment from him is enough to make me feel like I can fly. I believe I can
ほらほら
fly.
こっち向
Hey,
いて
hey,
ちゃ
watch
危ない
out.
よ
Look forward.
前を向いて
Ugh. I realized I wasn't paying attention until Alan pointed it out. Love really can be tricky, but it can also provide so much happiness. We set out for 2nd Ave, enjoying my time cycling with my favorite person as much as I could. Shopping and renting our bikes together, we were like newlyweds. Feeling the nice breeze of last York, we brought our cakes from the shop on 2nd Ave and came back home. I brewed a pot of coffee to go with the cake, and we had our drinks in the matching mugs that we had bought. I hope they washed those first.
やっぱり
I think
こ
their
このマカ
macaroni
ロンチーズ
cheesecake
ケー
tastes
キ
like
が
tastes the best. Alan happily munched on the cake, which made him look so innocent. Surprisingly that you like sweet things. Oh, though it'd be sour for you, right? Remember he described the black tapioca in bubble tea as sour.
ああ
Yeah, I guess so. Your
そうかも
dreams
し
are
れない
sour
な
too. Is that so?
なあ
Yeah, it's
酸っ
sour and
ぱく
thick.
てとろみがあっ
It's
て
superb, just
極
like
上
this
の味だよ
cream. So it'd be sweet, but it tastes sour to you? He licked the cream off his lips and he looked at me bewitchingly. Every gesture he made was sexy, but he never touched me. Surprisingly, he doesn't do anything bad to me. Yeah, because consequences. He's a demon and the thieving parasite, so I thought I'd be in trouble, but now I'm at the height of my happiness. And I'm pretty sure that with this cake, the sourness Alan is talking about is probably sweetness. Oh, but that means.
ああ
Yeah, I guess so. Your dreams are
そう
sweet
かもし
too.
れないな君の夢も甘いしね
What?
ああ甘くてとろみがあって
Is this just her imagination?
極上の味だよ
If you replace sour with sweet, it becomes 2,000 times more bewitching. Maybe it's better to keep it this way. Yeah. He drowns out my imagination. To drown out my imagination, I took a bite of my Millie fillet slice and stared at his real face.
どうした
What's wrong? Nothing. I just thought you looked cool.
うん
I see. The bewitching look in his eyes was instantly replaced by an embarrassed expression.
君も
You're pretty
Kawaii.
too. He actually complimented me. The way he spoke was familiar as usual, but the expression on his face was a little sheepish. An incubus and a predatory parasite. He's a man renowned for his playboy behavior, but it turns out that he has a pure side to him. I really like that part of him. After finishing the cake, Alan left the table.
コーヒ
Do you
おかわ
want
り
me to
入れ
make
る
you some more coffee? Yes, please.
じゃあ入れてくるよ
I'll go make some. Thank you. I'm so happy. I absently stare at the back of the person I love standing in the kitchen. Suddenly, I notice a paper bag placed on the entrance of the room. What's this? I felt bad, but I was curious, so I took a sneak peek. There was a colorful box. Colorful rubber bracelets? The familiar package brought back memories of the TV commercial I had seen so many times.
はいロサンヨークの君た
Today, I'd like to
ち
introduce you
今日
to
は
these
この
colored
カ
rubber
ラーコルは
bracelets.
ラバ
By
ーバンドを
combining
組み合わせ
colored
て
bands
自分だけ
together,
の
you can
オ
make
リ
your
ジナ
own
ルのブレ
original
スレッ
bracelet.
ト
Isn't
を
that
ぜ
cool?
ひお友達や恋
You,
人と
your
一緒
friends,
に
and loved
世
ones
界で
can
たっ
make your
た
own
一つだけ
unique
のブレス
bracelet. I think that's what Mr. Bomber said in the commercial.
ああそうそ
Oh yeah, I was going to give
それ
that to you. A
急に
regular
あげよう
customer
と
of
思っ
mine
て
gave
た
it
ん
to
だ
me when I told her that I had a girlfriend
じ
now. Huh? You told your customer that you had a girlfriend? Even though you're a temp though you're a temporary lover? Can I open it?
どうぞ。
Sure. I took it and looked at the instructions on the back of the box. It's easier than I thought, and you can make so many different kinds. It's so cute. I felt the urge to make one welling
一
up.
緒に作ってみ
You
る。
want to make some together? Is it okay?
俺も
Sure,
や
I
って
want
み
to
たい
try
からさ。
too. And then, aww, we were both making bracelets. Next, do this here.
へ
Oh, you're
え、その色を
going to
使
use
うんだ。
that color? Yeah, because the color goes well with your clothes.
俺にくれるの？
You're making it for me? You don't want it? Oh,
嬉しいよ。
I'm happy. I just didn't expect to get
Hold on.
anything from you, so I was a little surprised. Ellen took the colored bands and showed them to
じゃあ
me.
俺は
I'm,
君に
I'll
似
make
合う
one
の
for
を
you.
作ろうかな。
I'll make one that suits you. Are you sure? Yeah,
それで
then
交
we
換し
can
よう。
trade. Trade? I was thinking that would be great, so I couldn't help but smile when he suggested it. I'll make you a very nice one.
俺も
Me too. I'll make
君を
one
危
in
険から
hopes
遠ざ
that
けら
it
れる
will
ように
keep you out of harm's
Ne-
way. Ellen stroked my cheek slightly with a smile. Perhaps he's kinder than I thought. Normally, a person wouldn't pretend to be lovers with someone affected by Cupid's arrow. Because he himself was not shot by the arrow. Despite being an incubus and a demon, he must be a good person. Once I was convinced of it, I continued to make bracelets with
次
Ellen.
はここ
Are
に
you
引っ
going to
掛ける
hook
のか
it
な。
here next?
スリーウェイ
I
っていう
think
編み方が
you
君に似合
better
うかと
look
思う
with a
んだけど、
three-way. I think you'd look better with a three-way braid.
これ案外難しいね。
It's a little difficult.
対象年
It's a
齢
little
6
more
歳以
difficult
上っ
than I
て
thought.
本
Is
当な
this
の？
really for ages 6 and
人
up?
間って
Humans are really good
随
with
分
their
わか
hands. The colored bands are small, so it's easier for children to handle them.
ああ、そうか。
Oh, I see. They're
指に
getting
引っ
stuck
か
on
か
my
りきれなく
fingers.
て
Maybe
何度もやり
that's
直す
why
のに
it's
時間
taking
か
me
か
a
って
while
る
to get it
な。
right.
ここで仮止めして。
Hold it here temporarily. Katie, can you
Ne.
help me for a second? With a nudge, Alan takes my hand and naturally and without hesitation. That's why I'm so nervous. I can tell that he's unconsciously grabbing my hand. I
こ
think
の
the
レッ
blue
ドよ
would
り
look
ブ
better
ルーの方が似合い
than
そうだ
this
ね。
red. Gives me a little more time to
Eat
change
it.
it. Yeah, thanks. And he's even going to change your bracelet design to fit me. It's just for fun, but he's taking it seriously, even though, unlike me, he's not in love. What color do you want? What kind of wish should I make? A nice and gentle time passed. It was such a happy time for me. I wanted to cry. Sweet!
俺のも完成だ。
Mine's done too. After a long time, we finally finished our colored bracelets. In the beginning, we chatted while making them, but by the end, we were both so focused that we were completely silent. Whew! Concentrating takes so much brain power. I rolled over to the nearby couch and took a break. Then I held my bracelet up to the light to see how it turned out. It's not bad, right? This bracelet was made to remind me of the person that I loved. I made purple as the base color. I was confident in my work, but when it came to time to hand it over, I felt uneasy. I hope he likes it. As I was inspecting the work with some concern, Alan came over to me lying on the sofa.
完成したの。
It's done. Want to put it on? His hair brushed my cheek as he gazed at my face from above. His red eyes that were like the setting sun were looking at me. I just thought I'd take a break. The chuckle Alan stroked my cheek. I touched his hand. Can I put it on?
Hmm?
Yeah. Can I have it? When he put on the bracelet, Alan stared at it and squinted happily. The look of sincere happiness on him made me smile too.
ありがとう。
Thank you. I'll treasure it.
じゃあ君も。
Now for you. Give me your
ど
hand.
う
I held out my hand and Alan graciously put the bracelet on my wrist. It's a cobalt blue and white bracelet. We exchanged bracelets as if it were a ceremony. Cute. Thank you, Alan.
他の悪魔を避けられる
I've
よう
put
に
my power into it so it
きちん
will
と
ward
俺
off
の
other
力を
demons.
込めておい
Don't
た
take
か
it
ら。
off. Really? I tried to check, but I had no idea what a deep energy signature was like. If it were God's power, I would know it. But I don't know anything about demons. Other demons, huh? Are there really that many demons out there?
まあね。
Well, yeah, they're here and they're
ここにもいるし、
probably in your neighborhood.
近所にもい
Maybe
るか
they're
もしれ
lurking
ない。
near you. No way. You're enough, Alan.
でも
But it's true
確か
that
に
demons
悪
are
魔は
common,
当たり前
and
にいる存在な
for
んだ。
demons, a god's soul is the
そし
most
て
delicious treat.
まあ
Well, you'll be fine since you
君
have a
はそ
divine
の真
artifact. He points the Cupid bow around my neck.
悪魔は
Demons
そ
can
の
never
真
touch
具
the
には
divine
絶対に
artifacts,
触れない。
but you never know what's out there, so
だが
don't let go of that bracelet.
な
Yes, understood. Hey, Alan, what kind of creature is a demon? I researched them myself the other day, but I couldn't understand what was written in the books. Have you always been here, like the gods, or do you have a place to live like Celestia? After a moment, he smiled
どうだろう
sarcastically.
ね。
Who knows? After his brief response, Alan got up from the couch. I suddenly felt a distance grow between us, even though we had felt so close
悪
earlier.
魔は
Just remember that
人
demons
間
are the
や神
enemies
の
of
敵だって
humans
覚え
and
ていれ
gods.
ばそれでいい
That's
よ。
all you need to know.
ほら、
Oh, yes,
それよ
some
り
hand
シャワ
fun
ー浴
too.
びよう。
Come on, take a shower. Why don't
た
you
まには
come
一緒
in
に
with
入
me
るかい
sometime? Our darling.
アワーハニ
I can take one
ー。
myself.
残念。
Darn. With a flattering wave, Ellen walked into the bathroom. Maybe he didn't want me to ask about demons. His reaction worried me. The sound of the shower coming through the door made me feel a little awkward as I wondered about demons. That day, after eating her dream, I was riding my bike home through the city. I often cycled like this when looking for women in love to feast on as an incubus, and that's something I haven't been doing at all lately. Oh
参
boy.
ったな。
I wasn't going to be able to hold my own if I didn't do this. She's so lovely, and pretending to be her lover is something I can't keep faking.
いくらなんでも
You're getting
浮かれす
carried
ぎ
away,
だろ
Alan Melville. Disciplining myself, I pedaled my bike, but I can't help but be cheerful. I'm in love with her, even if it's just pretending. With that girl I've always wanted to. Oh snap! With the girl I've always wanted to be with.
振りに
I thought I was used to pretending. When I first started eating dreams of a demon, I would sometimes trick people by posing as their lover. The dreams of a woman in love were often eaten by high-ranking demons before anyone else. So I figured I could at least eat the dreams of those in love with me. As a longtime fake lover, I should be used to pretending, to deceive, to lie. But not anymore because I'm dealing with that girl. I'm not lying. I seriously want to spoil her so badly that I'm almost tempted to touch her. I want to kiss her, whether it's her sleeping so vulnerably or happily munching on a meal I've cooked for her. I want to reach out and hug her. I promised her that it would only be for 3 days. My heart raced from wanting to be a real lover.
悪魔が
How can a demon fall in love with a goddess? I never thought I'd want to kiss her. She's just someone to watch over. I had no intention of being in love, but now I'm consumed by lust. I mean, at least he acknowledges that he's lusting after her. I want to kiss her, but I don't know what will happen if I do. Kissing and taking away someone's first innocence is something special for demons, because they are acts deeply connected to the soul. If I kiss her, would I disappear, or would I only get burned? Or will nothing happen? I still don't understand, even though I'm a high-ranking demon. Only the gods would know. I'm just a demon, and I have no way of knowing. I mean, you can find out. I still couldn't erase my desires, so I cycled through the city at night. I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to resist her as she slept and drank. I mean, it's probably a good thing if you can't resist her to get out of there. Just saying. Well, I'm off to work.
ああ
Have a good
言っ
day.
てら
I wonder if she'll get fed up first and grab him to yep for a kiss. How about a goodbye kiss?
はいはい
Yes, yes. Ellen pats me on the head like a child and gives me a kiss on the forehead. Have a good day. Yeah, that's not the kind of kiss she wanted. It's not enough. Kissing only on the forehead is not enough. I wondered if there's a reason why he's stubborn about kissing me indirectly. Kiss me. He kisses me a lot in my dreams. If you don't do it in real life, there must be a reason, right? Yes.
悪魔は人間や
Demons and gods. I don't know either of them very well because I was a god who just shot arrows at the 12 Olympians bad. After leaving work that day, I had secretly returned to Celestia. I thought I would ask my aunt, goddess of wisdom, and one of the 12 Olympians a few questions. Because I wanted to love him without worry, I wanted to know if I could kiss him. What an What answers await me? What answers did I want? Am I even allowed to kiss him? I mean, I guess you're really gonna find out. Is this the desire alone that brings me back home? I'm sure this is also the result of love. Lady Minerva, I'm home.
おかえり
Welcome
キュ
back,
ーちゃ
Yubi.
ん
How have you been? My aunt welcomed me with open arms. The sight of her filled me with nostalgia. It's been 6 years since I went to the human world. Well, I have to make sure Dad doesn't find out.
それで
So
今日は
what's
どう
going
した
on
の
today? I can't
わ
believe
ざ
you
わ
came
ざ
all the way
里
back
帰り
home
ま
to
で
see
した
me. Yeah, I have a question for you, Lady Minerva. There was also the hope that the effect of Cupid would disappear when I returned to Celestia, but nothing has changed. I still like Alan. So I wanted to ask my aunt with the content I wanted to discuss in my mind. I opened my mouth cautiously. Lady Minerva, have you ever seen an incubus?
インキュバス
I nodded my head, and then my aunt clapped her hands.
ああ
Oh, it's a
人
demon that
間
eats
の
people's
夢を
dreams.
食う
I've
悪
seen
魔の
them
ことよ
sometimes.
ね
Amazing, that's my aunt. Minerva, God of War and Wisdom. I'm impressed that you know a demon that doesn't exist in Celestia. Yes, about that. I accidentally found one recently. Is it okay to leave him alone?
あら
Oh,
イ
an
ンキュバ
incubus
ス
has
程
no
度じ
effect
ゃ
on the power
神
of
の
God.
力
Leave
に
it alone.
何の影
Fine.
響
Really? Good. If it doesn't affect me in any way, I'm sure it'll be fine to be together.
にしても
I've never heard you
あ
say
な
the
た
word
か
demon
ら悪
before,
魔って
though.
言葉を聞
You've
くな
never
んて
seen
ね
one before, isn't that right? Yes, I've never seen one before, so I was curious. What kind of being is a demon?
そうね
Well, demons live in
悪
the
魔
underworld
は
and take
冥
the
界
souls
に
of
住んでい
humans
て
there.
人
That's
間
why
の
they are referred
魂
to as
を冥
gods
界
of
に
death.
連れ
Gods of death. So then they really are like us gods. But if they're taking souls, then shouldn't someone stop them?
でも
But the most
悪魔
dangerous
って言
demons
っ
were
ても危険なのは
eradicated
中
back
世の
in the
頃
Middle
に
Ages.
根絶やしに
These
してる
days,
し
there are only
さ
weak ones.
それに
Besides,
海
Jupiter
底はジュピターが
usually
なんとか
handles
す
it,
るわ
so there shouldn't be
だ
any
から
more
やばい
problems.
深海には
Demons
悪
can't
魔
go
は
to
絶対来
Celestia.
られ
It
ないよう
seems
にな
like
ってい
they
る
use
し
some bad
生
things
きていくため
in
に
the world to
人
stay
間界
alive.
ではライオンや
They're
サメ
like
みたいな
lions
もの
and
よ
sharks to humans. I see. Demons are like gods, if you think about it. The words of rule who had said something like that came rushing back. Since I'm a lower god, I don't have to worry so much about it. If anything happens, Lord Jupiter will be there.
聞きたいのはそれだけ
Is that all you wanted to know? Well, actually, there's one more thing. I mumbled as I touched Cupid's bow and necklace on me. I wanted to ask, but it's hard to do. I couldn't ask if it was okay if I pricked myself with my arrow and fell in love with a demon. It was too embarrassing. Is it okay for a god to fall in love with a human? I asked her fearfully and officially as if I were someone else, but it didn't work.
あ
Oh,
ら
my
キュー
Cupid,
ち
you're
ゃ
in
ん
love? My aunt cupped my cheek with both hands, her words quick and happy. Well, yeah.
もちろん
Oh, of course it's
神が
okay for
恋
a
して
god to
も
fall
平
in love.
気
In
よ
fact, it's better if you
む
just
し
go
ろ
ahead and do
ど
it.
んどんや神は経験が
Experience is
命
important
よ
for a god. In
人
order
間を
to
導
lead
くため
humans,
に
we
は
need to
人
learn
間に寄り
to
添っ
think
た
like
考
them.
えだから
I wonder
キ
if
ュー
she's
ちゃん
gonna
は
be
心
evil
配
in
し
this
ない
road
で
too.
心
But
ゆ
don't
く
worry,
ま
Cupid.
で
Go ahead
そ
and
の
fall
人
in
と
love with
大
him
恋
to
愛し
your
ちゃ
heart's
って
content. Oh, I see. I'm glad. I felt relieved because I was prepared to get yelled at.
それで
So, what's
相
he
手は
like?
ど
Have
ん
you
な
kissed
人な
him
の
yet? Not
貴
yet.
様
How
は
are
し
you
た
two now? That's right. My aunt loves to talk about romance. Even in Celestia, she would watch a ton of romantic comedy movies, and she'd say, "I want to make out like this." I don't trust her anymore. I haven't kissed him yet. I like him, but I feel like he's being overprotective of me. He knows I like him, and he does date me, but it doesn't feel like it's mutual. He'll take good care of me, but I don't know if that's enough.
うーん
You're dealing with a
結
gentle
構
guy,
優
but if
し
that's
い
the
人
case,
が
it's
相
probably
手
a
な
good
のね
match. Is that so?
人間の男
Human
は
men are
植
so
物的よ
physical.
あ
If
な
he
たが好
knows
き
you
だっ
like
て
him
知
and
ってる
doesn't
の
touch you,
に
he's
手を
probably
出
really
してこ
sincere.
ほら Q ちゃんだって
You've seen it
深
in
海で見て
Celestia
きた
too,
でし
right?
ょ
Scum who will
さっ
just
さ
get
と
his
手を出
hands
して
on you
捨
and
てる
dump
よう
you.
な
If
ク
he
ズ男
doesn't, then he's a
そうじゃ
gentleman.
ない
Well, yeah, I guess. But I think the reason he hasn't touched me is probably because he's not interested in anything but dreams. I couldn't say that, so I smiled vaguely. Because even if love between a god and a human were allowed, that doesn't seem to be the case for a god and a human.
でもあ
But
の
I
Q
see,
ちゃんが
Cupid has
よ
finally
うや
fallen
く
in love,
恋をしたの
just
ね
like me. Same as Aunt Minerva? You were in love too?
あら
I have.
言わなかった
Oh, have I not mentioned it before? I had a
私
person that
に
I loved
は
once. Her voice reminiscent of love-struck girls. Aunt Minerva began
う
talking.
ん
How many thousands of years has
も
it
う
been? I
何
can still
千年
remember
経
it
った
like it
か
was
しらあの
yesterday.
人の声
I could never
ま
forget
な
his
ざ
voice,
しい
eyes, and warmth.
ぬく
They
も
were
る
my most precious memories. about Minerva was in love too. Gods are free to love humans. Even Auntie had a lover, which means I have nothing to worry about. You as Cupid aren't allowed to fall in love with a human, but they're not telling you that. Even if the person was a demon, I'm allowed to have this love. Someone should tell her. Someone really needs to tell her. And with that, we are going to wrap up this episode and we'll continue on later. As always, remember to eat some food, get some sleep, and drink some water because you're important and so is your health. And I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye bye.